The scene between Sam and Donald in episode 11, titled The Children, created a certain atmosphere all on its own. Sam's performance permitted him to return to my good graces. For all the stories that he promised to follow up on, and he never did, he made up for it in this episode. The pace of the delivery in this scene, it wasn't too fast or too slow. I appreciated how the dialogue was woven together as if Sam was saying, I know that you know that I know, without actually saying it, right? Before Sam went in to meet with Donald, he had just revealed to Eli, the vice president, that he didn't trust Donald, and he believes that Donald is in on all the murders, and he's been working to try to cover them up. And Dirty Donald here, I was very impressed by his keen sense to smell BS from a mile away. As soon as Sam sat down, Donald already knew he was coming with it. He wanted to know if Sam's visit in his office had anything to do with him talking to the vice president. He already knew that Sam had been in to see Eli, but Sam quickly made up a lie and said that he went in to discuss Eli's children because they remembered him from the election campaign. And Sam didn't know that Donald was going to hit him with that hard fact, so he had to come up with something quick. So now Sam knows that he's being watched, particularly by Donald. And Donald is kicking it to Sam like, if I asked the vice president if you were in there, then he'd say the same thing, testing Sam's answer, which leads us to know that Donald didn't believe a word that he said. And the fact that Sam is beginning to provide insight on how he really feels about all their wrongdoings, it's a move in the right direction for me. Sam went on to tell Donald about Sharon being kidnapped and her unwillingness to come to the White House. And immediately Donald began to question the validity of the story, the character of Sharon, and then he assured Sam that none of it ever happened. Otherwise, he'd know about it. He basically told Sam that it didn't happen and don't speak of it again. Sam said, but oh, wait a minute. It did happen because my source said that it happened. And what really drew me into this scene is the coy way that Donald was trying to outsmart and overtalk Sam. But Sam's comebacks were absolutely brilliant. And, he didn't flinch, he didn't give in, he didn't fold. He stuck to his guns and he went several rounds with Donald defending the truth. And what I didn't really care for is the way that Donald kept wanting to push things under the rug and act as if nothing happened. And then he tried to convince Sam to do the same. But Sam stood his ground and he told Donald to tell the president that what he did wasn't cool. And I'll try to play a little bit of the scene at the very end so that you guys can check out once again how cool and chill Sam's delivery was. But Donald wanted Sam to tell the president himself, but Sam said maybe you should do it because he's not too fond of me right now, because he smashed the wife. So Donald agreed to tell him. He started to recant the story that Sam told about Eli's kids, and he ended the comment by making a gun motion to the head with his hand. See, this right here, it's taking it too far. This is implying way too much. I really like the way that Sam handled this. He told Donald that he's just trying to do his job and to make sure that everyone is protected through all of Hunter's erratic actions. Then Sam left and Donald ended the scene by saying that he doesn't trust Sam. So do you guys think that Donald is going to try to come after Sam or get someone else to do it? Because they hire everyone else to do their dirty work. So drop me a comment below and let me know what your predictions are on how Donald is going to handle Sam. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. I'd really appreciate it. If you're an Oval fan, go ahead and sub to this channel. I break down scene videos on the Oval just like this one all the time. Thank you once again for joining me on this episode of Ruthless TV. Stay tuned to watch part of the scene between Sam and Donald, and I'll see you in the next one.
Is it in any of your books? No, it's not. And boom! Didn't happen, right? Except that she says it did.